Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about episode 8, the finale of Netflix's show, The Bastard Son of the Devil himself. Let's talk about it, shall we? Spoilers! Okay. Oh, yeah, it went down this episode. It indeed did. So, in the last episode, Annalise had just walked in at Wolfhagen on her father. You know, Jessica trying to convince him to eat her heart, convince him that her power is the only one that's going to be able to stand up against Marcus. And then this fool says, I'm sorry. What? You're actually going through with this? You're going to do this? Are you insane? So she elbows Jessica in the face and runs off through this giant mansion castle place that they at. So Jessica say, I gotta. Meanwhile, they hearing howling and snarling going on because Marcus is apparently there, though they don't show him till the very end. We'll get to that in just a second because I seen it coming a mile away. I was kind of mad at the writers on this one because what the hell. But anyway, meanwhile, outside, Nathan, of course, they got caught by the Paris witches. He done tricked them with the snarl and the can on and got away. So now they going inside to fight the hunters that's in there because they like, F it, we just gonna take out whatever fair-born witches we can find. So, of course, big battle ensues. While it's ensuing, he sneaks in. Gabriel, on the other hand, finally read the names in this book, see Nathan's name, remember what he was supposed to be doing, gets the blood, runs away from Mercury. She was pissed. He got away with that blood. And then he finally makes it to Nathan. Here's where shit becomes cliche than a motherfucker. Okay. So, he runs into Nathan. They glad to see each other. He says, here's the blood, drink it. This dude looks at a watch and says, it's not done yet. We need to find Annalise and doesn't drink the blood. I'm like, well, big vial of blood's gonna get broken. And sure enough, they're getting chased. Gabriel gets shot. He's okay though, but the blood is broken. Oh well, no more blood. Annalise though did run into Jessica in the wine cellar, and she used the power on it and broke Jessica's power. Now this bitch can't morph without ripping almost in part. It's jacked up. She got her good. She told her to leave her alone, but she didn't listen. So they thinking they gonna get Jessica's blood to give to him. She done ran away. Yeah. They doing a whole big setup for a season 2, and I'm kind of pissed that they wasted my time. They could have did this last episode, but at the same time, for real, it's Netflix. Ain't no guarantee it's gonna be a season 2. Anyway, she's not there. She done ran away, so they leaving the house. Sold and left the house to go out into the woods to look for Marcus, who's out there doing storms and fogs and shit. Still ain't seen him. So they like, what you gonna do? Oh, guess I had to get it from my father. Then we gonna go out there and try to find him. So they try to find him. Then they get frozen in place because of Soul, who stole like 50 people's powers by now. Ridiculous. And he chasing them through the woods and can on, and then they run through this thick fog. This is where his father shows up. He showed up once inside the house. And you know they did a quick cut and he was gone, so whatever. Now he talking to him and they having a big heart to heart and everything, and he did give him his blood, you know, and I'm like, okay, so you know he got some type of closure on that with his father, for real though. I was glad about that. They needed to have a conversation. He needed to understand the relationship that he had with his mother. You know, he needed to have been put on blast for leaving and not coming back. Nathan did all that. I was very glad with how that part was written. That was taken very seriously, and I like that. Good job, writers. Gave him the blood, gave him a knife, told him, gave him his gifts, and then third, one being his life right in that moment. So I'm like, your father real arrogant and kind of an asshole, but okay. He gave you his blood, whatever. Still don't know what Nathan's powers is. Why? Because he gave a knife, told him to go fight dudes, get revenge for killing his mama and his grandma. So Nathan like, okay, cool. So he go to attack Soul. Not going so well. Though he did stab him in the chest, which freed Annalise and Gabriel. So now they run in to find Nathan. They run into him just when Soul was about to blast him with a fireball. Gabriel tackled him, and Annalise froze him. Then disassembled him. It was sad. I knew it was coming. That was another thing. I know she's gonna have to be the one to kill her father. She's gonna have to be the one. That was the blood that was gonna stop the wolf. And at the moment, he was the damn wolf. And she disassembled his ass. So they all huddled and cried. And they had several emotional moments together to show that they all together. And yeah. So now Nathan's staring at the heart, and they all looking at him like, well, is you gonna eat it? Not eat it? What did you thinking, sir? We need to know before we give an opinion. And this is how it goes off. So we don't know what his power is, and is he gonna partake of this heart? They got all these powers embedded in it. I don't know. How would Annalise feel about that? I don't know. But this is how it is, you know. Celia died. She got killed fighting Mark, fighting Soul. It was messed up, but at least she didn't get her heart eaten, you know. So that was good. But she died, and they got to say goodbye to her, so that was something. And Jessica. Oh boy, Jessica. So there's a cut portal open up while she's getting away in the woods. It go. I knew it when I said, I'm like, Mercury. Ain't nobody put that there but Mercury. And sure enough, she walk on through, and it's Mercury's house. And I'm like, oh fuck, she's gonna take her for the second season. She's like, yeah, I can't fix your powers. Sorry, but I can help you get revenge on the people who fucked your shit up. So yeah, that's two was part of a setup for some other shit. I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, okay. And then the cut to black with him just staring at the heart, like. All right, so and we still don't know what his power is after all this time. After he finally got some blood, after what he still had to be saved. He couldn't do anything. Could have wrote that a little better for him. In the hopes for season 2, which I would like to see. Quite frankly, to be honest, I would like to see that. I want to see a season 2. I want to see these characters continue on. At the same time, the way y'all left me hanging, I'm not feeling that. Can we add a couple of extra writers who know better to the team? We don't have to take nobody away. Let's just add a couple more ideas floating around it. So those are my thoughts about the show overall and this episode of The Bastard Son of the Devil himself. It's worth checking out. It's a decent show, you know what I'm saying? Play it. It's good. You all, I'll see you time for another one, and have a great day.